Good morning. Hope you're well. Didn't realize my mic was muted. It's a fine Monday morning, the 13th of July. Hope you had a good weekend. And we're live until 10 a.m. this morning. And then we're back at 1 for the New York Open. So let me just summarize the market for you in terms of what's been going on. So since the market opened, literally since the market opened, we'll break down the hours over time. It's been selling. So Friday was also a selling day. So the market sold on Friday, bought on Thursday, and a lot of it to do with the activities in the Strait of Hormuz and the violence and the war escalating when we all thought it was about to de-escalate and go away and be in the rearview mirror. And we promised a lot of that stuff, but unfortunately that's not what's happened. But it is what it is, and we can't do anything about it. So what's been going on? Day is selling. So this is where I always start, day is selling. And is there any news today? So 14th, 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 15th. So later on in the week, there's some news. We don't need to worry about that today then. So always look and see if there's any events happening that could have an influence on the price of anything really, whatever you trade. Then we look at the daytime, so the hour by hour. And as I was saying, if we go to market open, which was there, so I was actually trading in that market last night. So fairly sizable drop in the market. So it's opened and started selling straight away. Okay, so that's the first hour. We had a little bit of retracement, not much, and then really it's been selling pretty much hour on hour. We had a little green hour there from 7 till 8 up until London Open, and London's just opened, and that is in the red. So one would assume, unless there's a big turnaround, that it will carry on and finding its level in terms of where we're at. So if you then look at the news, which rather than fundamentals is probably driving the market, slides over 1%, surges on the closures of Hormuz. So I presume the straits close, and then gold spot falls. So it's all negative. And it gives us an idea really of where the market may or may not be heading. And this is nice background for our education in learning about gold or anything else that you trade. So that's what I tend to do, is look on there, look on the hours, then go to the 5 minutes and the 1 minute, which is really where our business sits. We are scalpers. So we scalp the market, we trade price action, which means that we trade the price that we see in front of us. And that means that once we start taking the trade cards, which if you haven't got access to them, I'll talk about that a little bit later as to how you get access. If you've got access to the trade cards, we start taking the trade cards at 5 minutes past 8, and we take them every 5 minutes for the next couple of hours. So we've got an opportunity of 23 trade cards. You could have taken one at 8 o'clock, obviously, if you got access to the system, but I will talk you through the best of those trades in terms of where they're heading, what to look for, and what's going on. Okay, and so the idea that we trade for ourselves and never by ourselves is exactly that you're not sat in a room by yourself and trying to figure this out for yourself. Collective as a community, it's a lot easier. And as somebody said, trading on your own is like sitting in a dark room, which it can be. I've been there many, many times. So let's have a look then in terms of all of that. Let's just make sure that you can see that chart a little bit better. You shouldn't be using my chart to trade. It's not accurate enough from the information that you have. You should have your own trading view so that you can see that. And if you're going to take my recommendations, then have it set on the 1 minute and the 5 minutes, and that will give you the movements that we have quite quickly. And that will sort out anything in terms of you seeing the price moving. And if you want to then follow that, you can start. So I'm going to now just go to my screen and get the oops, let me just have a look there. Yeah, so I'm going to go. Sorry, I'm hearing myself on screen. It's awful. Get myself ready for the trade signal. And one of the things to bear in mind, I've noticed on the system, and it could be some kind of quirk, is that when you first refresh, it doesn't always do update itself properly. So that's what I tend to do. Okay. So it's a sell. Probability is high. The market is selling in terms of that we've got a slight red candle. And have a look at that. The entry's good. And we take it from there. So, yeah, that's good. That looks like it's a good entry. Probability is high that it's going to come down. And so the first thing to do is to take the entry. Second thing to do is to set your stop loss, right? That happens all the time. That's where you need to be. So just want to bid you a good morning. Let's see who's in the room. Let me know. So it's kind of sat there and not done much. So we'll see what happens. There's been a lot of movement over the market opens or since the market opened. And so sometimes it can be, quite a steady start, and London may want to feel its way into the market. Sometimes it's an absolute barnstorming, it just like goes crazy. But there's other times when it's quieter. But the probability score is quite high, so we should be quite safe. And that obviously comes with a caveat that's as safe as these things are. Okay, so my job is to just help you navigate your trading and to educate you in the best way and share my knowledge with you that I possibly can. Okay, so we're here for a couple of hours. If you've got any questions, pop them in the chat, and I'll do my best to answer those. So where are we? 52. So 51 for me is TP1. So let's see how that goes. So just watching that trade, seeing how it goes. And when it's this slow, I tend to kind of watch it and then think, now this is what I'm thinking about. Should I just take TP1 when it hits it? Stop loss is obviously on, right? And stop loss is part of the process. So part of your business plan should be that I am going to hit stop losses. Okay? Don't be afraid of them. Obviously, be afraid if you hit 10 of them, but then then there's a worry in terms of where are you and how you're trading. So my stop loss is on this trade. It's set at 40.63. That's the trade stop loss rather than the hard stop that we get. Simply because it's that time of the day, and it's my first trade with you guys, and then we will watch it all the way through, see where it's going and what it's doing. So it's rising, unfortunately, but all the data pointed to a sell. Okay. The other thing to bear in mind is that you don't need to take every single trade. If it feels that you haven't got the confidence in it, sit it out. In 5 minutes time, we will have another trade card that we'll be able to look at. And sometimes it's actually easier to take the stop loss and get rid of it rather than to kind of let it linger. I'm not a big fan of huge times in open trades. Let's have a look where we are. Yeah. And then what it does is, sometimes it just does that. And so there's a little bit of room to go. And one of the things that I bear in mind a lot, and obviously I couldn't at this point, is a lot of times I've traded in the morning and I know where the market is and have a feel for it. So it's worth having 10-15 minutes before you start trading to prep yourself. Like I was checking the market, see what it's been doing. It's been selling, right? All night long it's been selling. But London's open, so it's a new market, new hour. There can be a different sentiment. Okay, so just bear that in mind. Then let the trade breathe. If your stop loss is set at 63, leave it set at 63. If it's set at something different, because every trade card's slightly different for us, because the timing when we press it. So I've got mine set at 5 minutes and standard settings, not a high return. So there's options on the bottom there for high return, risk managed, high profit, high confidence, scalp, quick hit, etc. And then you got the time frames on there, which are 15 minutes, 5 minutes, 30 minutes and 1 hour. And I use the 5 minutes, which is the one that we use as far as when we're here trading. So let's see how we go. It's the first one of the day. Hopefully it's profitable. Not looking so at this moment in time, but it is what it is. Yeah, that's part and parcel of trading. And I tend to kind of work on the proviso that if I can hit 7 or 8 out of 10, then things are pretty good. I always keep my lot size the same. I don't put it up for anything I used to, which was a very dangerous game to play. So I don't do that any longer. It's a lot easier just to have the one lot size and be done with that for the size of your account, obviously. So as your account moves up, you increase your lot size. Just to enjoy my first cup of coffee. There's annoying adverts on the free TradingView account, but it means you're not paying anything for it, right? It's a couple £100 a year. And if that doesn't bother you, then by all means, keep the free account. Why pay for something when you can get it for free, right? So let's see what happens. It's 11 minutes past. We should have pressed the button again. It's still selling. So the conditions are still favorable for a sell. So if you're still in that trade, you can sit tight on it, unless of course it hits your stop loss. And if you're confident enough to take a second trade, you can do. So the market's now beginning to slip back again. See what she does. Very slow at this moment in time, but that's fine. We're not looking for speed, we're looking for profit. And that's what we want to be, right? So we want to be profitable traders, not necessarily fast traders. Okay. I don't subscribe a lot to the theory of trying to get your trading done in 10 minutes or doing it on the move. We want to put some effort into what we're doing. And that's important for me. So always checking some news and see what's going on and what's happening in and around me. So when I'm not trading or I'm waiting for a particular trade, then it's a good idea to be checking your different time charts, checking news, and adjusting your stop loss and take profit to manage what's going on in the trade. So the three steps, the three initial steps are place the trade, set your stop loss, and set your take profit. And then there's management. Good morning, Raj. Oh, nice. The extra 5 minutes with personal training. That's not bad. That's an investment in itself, right? So nice. Good to have you, brother. And so as I was saying, so once you've pressed those buttons, those three, or set those three, then it's just a case of managing the trade. And how you manage that trade is by looking at your stop loss, your take profit, and your charts, obviously. You can switch between the 1 minute and the 5 minute. If 1 minute isn't giving you the clarity, sometimes it's nicer to see, because you'll be able to see what a slightly more zoomed out picture. So you see it's ranging. And that 5 minutes been quite a nice steady 5 minutes down. So we're looking for the market to come down to around here, to the bottom of this candle for oops, daisy. That's TP1 on that second trade. Yeah, 55 was TP1, so you could have taken that had you taken that second trade. I'm still in the first one, only because I'm feeling a bit lazy this morning. It's a busy weekend. So 15 minutes pass, we can press again, see what the market is doing, see what the data is pointing out. Still a sell, 76%. Hey, Daps, is that? Hi, how you doing, brother? Lovely to have you. Yes, I know you're new. Any questions, pop them in here. And if you are trading with us or practicing, and if you scan that QR code, we will straight away, without any obligation, let you have a simplified version of the trade cards that I talk about whilst I'm talking. Yeah, so welcome. Always nice to have newbies in, and this channel's for you guys, okay? Just to clarify, I'm here 8 till 10, Monday to Friday, and then I'm here 1 till 3 on Monday to Thursday. The only session I don't do is Friday afternoons, okay? So, and it's pure education. We have nothing that we sell, nothing that we charge for. And should anybody reach out to you trying to be me, asking you for any Bitcoin or anything, please be very aware. Some kind of scam, somebody's impersonating me. There's a couple of people out there. So don't ever fall for that, okay? You're welcome. You're very welcome. So we're at 57. And market really is ranging is the best way to put it for the last 16 minutes that we've had. So the last setup was that it was a sell. Probability was quite high. So what we do is AI data-driven trade cards, which look and offer setups for what's going on in the markets. They pull data from a lot of sources, millions of sources, and come up with a trade card with the probability of whether the market's going to sell or buy, how much in terms of what the confidence is in what percentage, where you currently are when you press the button, and something called live check, which is what did the last 5 minute candle do, and targets for TP1 through to TP5, a couple of stops, best entry windows, etc. Quite a comprehensive system. So we love trading. I love trading and I love teaching. So it's great to share this with you. And we had problems. We had real problems when we first started trading because that nobody was around, you know, and you could go on and do a weekend course and pay for that. And then obviously they tried to support you, but it was always at the back of your mind that they're trying to upsell you to the next course or whatever it is, which is the model. So when the opportunity came a few months ago to set this up to trade live with you guys, I thought, you know what a wonderful way to actually trade myself and for you guys to trade. So we had the slogan, always trade for yourself, but never buy yourself. So now you don't have to. Okay, 18 minutes past. 54 was TP1 on that. Being a bit stubborn this morning. So nice and steady. You may like it like that, or you might get a little bit bored. Let me know what your thoughts are. And Daps, have you traded before? Are you currently trading? Tell me a little bit about yourself. Always good to get to know people. And if you want to message me privately, don't want to put it on here. I understand. Let me know. I'll pop my WhatsApp number on the chat. So we just watch, and I still haven't got that clock that I promised you. I ordered lots of things off Amazon this weekend for my home, but I didn't order that. I will do, and I want to just hear because I don't sometimes miss the time. And 5 minutes does go pretty quick. but it means also that we've got 12 setups, possibilities of setups, and 12 possibilities of making profit. Can't really decide what it wants to do right now. If you haven't subscribed to us, please do. That's the only thing we ask you to do, is that if you join us on YouTube, then there's an opportunity to subscribe. Two things really. One's an opportunity to subscribe, and the other one to press the bell icon, which means you'll get notifications of when we go live, so that you don't have to remember. I do get messages occasionally from clients saying, oh, I don't know where you are, can you send me the link, etc, etc, etc. And of course, if you've done both of those, then you can just click on the notification and go straight in. Well, I guess there's no Asia trading because you've been with your PT. I traded last night, huge drop. So as you guys know, I love trading the Asian session on a Sunday night. Yeah, why not? Daps, you're welcome. If you need anything from us, let me know. If you scan that QR code, you'll go straight into the very simplified, we call it TWK Lite Telegram, and you'll be able to access those and just take a look and you can follow along. Yeah, brilliant. No problem. You can join me on LinkedIn, obviously. You can join on YouTube as well. So whatever your preference is. And take notes, watch the recordings back, because obviously the good thing about YouTube is everything's kept. The archive is there, so if you miss something, and the only thing that I will say is if you hear me say something that's really useful to you and you think this is great for my business, just write the time down. Okay, there is a live clock that runs, so write the time down so you can go straight to that video or that part of the show, and then you can just hear it back. Okay, lovely, no problem. Thanks, Daps. Good, have a good day. So it's great to see people just nipping in before they start their day job, and just pick up on little nuggets of information that we have. And the whole idea of this channel is to educate and share. Beautiful, Rajiv. Nice one. So not a lot of movement in the market right now, which is very steady. So we don't know whether this is the bottom, which is 40.43 for the day. Hit at 7:05 this morning. So the news on oil may have been overcooked in terms of where it's at. So we shall see. There may be a change of direction. To me, it just looks like it's ranging, to be honest with you. And thirdly, it doesn't really matter that much to us. Just answering to one of you. So 24 minutes past, we've got 1 more minute before the next trade card. There we go. Let's see. Still selling. Thank you, Raj. I did turn off the auto camera going itself off, so I went into the menu this weekend, but seems to have had no effect on it. It seems to have a life of its own. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. I didn't notice that. So like I said, what the market does sometimes is not what the data is pointing at. That's where the discrepancy occurs. Not that the data is faulty. Yeah, the data is never faulty. Just the market behaves in a completely different way to where the data is pointing at. Okay. So, and over the last 4 or 5 months I've been using the system, my confidence is only built more so than not so. And we do obviously get some of you messaging about not being able to follow it properly and not really making a lot of profit. And again, it's just experience. It's just a learning curve, and we just need to learn with it. And then the other thing is we need to sometimes not trade. You know, if it looks wrong to you. So for instance, I've been saying to you guys that when we've got a green candle and it's telling you to buy, the system's pointing towards buying, don't take the trade. When it's a red candle and it's telling you, when it's a red candle and it's telling you to buy, don't take the trade. When it's a green candle and it's telling you to sell, don't take the trade. So only take the trade in the same direction that the market is moving at on your current candle. Whether you use 1 minute, whether you use 5 minutes, whether you use the hour, okay? So the basics that I was taught was do not ever enter a market that's going in the opposite direction to where you want to trade, okay? So just little tidbits, little bits of information that you pick up on the journey, okay? So that's where we are. 27 minutes, market is meandering, hasn't really done a lot. Let's have a look at the hour. Yeah, just the body, I mean, this is 48 to 61, just above 100 pips, 10 cents is all the movement's been. So at the bottom it was 4,048, at the top is 4,060. Yeah, it's 12 cents that we've had so far, but that's fine. We're okay. The market does what the market does. We have no control over it. The only control we have over is ourselves and the actions that we take. And as long as we're disciplined and we're consistent, we will be absolutely fine. Okay. Right, thank you very much for that. And if you see me go missing, it's not because something's happened. It's like I've got this ridiculous camera that turns itself off. Like I said, I went into the menu bar last night to turn off its auto turn off system or whatever it's called. But that doesn't seem to have any effect. The problem is it's so random as well. Just does it whenever it feels like it. I don't know what goes wrong with it, but it is what it is. Nothing major. Hey? Not going for the Oscars or anything. We're just sharing our ideas. So 29 minutes past, we've got 1 more minute. We'll take the next trade card. So 8:30. Let's see what the data is pointing at. Still selling. Still a strong conviction for selling, and 76%. Oh, let me have a look. Let me refresh. Just check for everything. Check yours, Raj, that it's on all the standard settings. Yes, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Thank you for that. And it can happen where we technology goes a little bit missing. Now, of course, it's a red candle. So wouldn't have got into that, remember? 62%. So I have been saying to you for the last few minutes that maybe the market is turning. Because what I'm seeing is the system saying sell, sell, and the market is sort of buying. Look at the 5 minutes. Yeah, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. Not really doing anything. Time to be careful. Yeah, thank you. And it's lovely that some of you are so regular here that you actually know these things, so appreciate that. Right, that's the first cup of coffee for the morning done. Time for more water. So the last trade card was for a sell. We've now got a green candle. So it's below where the market was when we took that, but it's in the zone for the best entry. So it's a case of, do I want to take the trade? And as soon as you want to take the trade, wants to play silly buggers today. Don't know what is wrong with it. So I'll keep an eye out on it now that I know it's still. I thought we'd cured that problem of it turning itself off, but clearly not. So we'll stay with it. So we could have had TP1, which on a day like today is probably the best solution. Take your TP1s and stay out of the market. Take your money, and that's it. And have a daily target. Have a daily target for where you want things to be and what you want happening to your account. You want to be in control of it, not the market itself, okay? There you go. That's past TP1 now. Back to TP1. So hence my thoughts on, at the end of the day, take TP1. It's there for the taking, just take it. Because on a slow moving market, it's difficult. It gets really difficult to hit the TP5s and the 6s. Some days they're really easy to achieve. But then other days when the market's moving slow, then TP1s and 2s are the order of the day. And adapting to what the market's doing is one of the greatest skills that we can ever acquire. It's a great way to be. So top of the morning, if you just joined us, we've been here since 8 o'clock. Where have you guys been? Just kidding. It's good to have you. that camera definitely is playing up today more than most days. But I'll try and correct it during the break at 10 o'clock. Look at the settings, see what it's doing. Don't know why it keeps doing that. Must be something in the settings. I'll take another look. But yeah, here we are. Yeah. Yeah, great idea. So when New York opens this afternoon, and a lot of you join me for both sessions, and people like Raj, they're saying, look, this is all I want to do now. I can trade for 4 hours a day with you, and that's it. Yeah, so we're buying again. Thank you, Raj. So trade cards are there. It's another buy. So the market has changed character. We call it a choke. Yeah, higher probability now. So, and again, it's a red candle on the buy, so be careful when you get in. So 35 minutes past. So it looks like the market may have bottomed out, that London may have thought that's it. You want to start buying, but do not enter a buy on a red candle unless you really, really know what you're doing and you're really happy that it may go and hit your stop loss. Better to wait and get a better entry, let it go a little bit lower and get a better entry when it does turn around. Because the data generally is very, very good in terms of knowing where the market's going. Because the data is doing it, the market may be a little bit behind it in terms of turning, but it generally tends to. And we tend to be sort of mid 85s in terms of percentages of getting the market right. So here she goes. So I would have entered at some point here. And the other thing with the time frames to look for is you look here and it's higher than this one. Where is it in the day today? Well, it's been to $4,111. So quite a bit higher than this. So you can see that on here. Look at the time frame. So 5:55 this morning, it was up here. So have a look at it. So 10 past 6, it's 40.73. That wasn't the day's high. Day's high, we need to go earlier. Yeah, Monday, 2:50 a.m. There, that was probably the high. 40.91, no, even there. So it basically, the open was the high. So it's not been back there. It could do it, but it doesn't really matter too much to us what the market does from a longer term point of view. It's always nice to know. And it's always nice to see what the market's doing. But in terms of where we are, we trade price action. Yeah, we trade price action and we see the market where it's going for the next 2, 3, 5, 6, 10 minutes, whatever it is. And that's what we generally tend to trade, okay? So if you're new to us, scan that QR code and you'll get the trade cards that we're using. Get a light version and you can join properly. And if you want to do that, let me know, give me a shout and I'll give you a hand with that. It's completely free, we don't charge anything. There's no course fees or anything like that. It's not the business that we are. We're a community and want to share our trading ideas with you and help you become a profitable trader through learning by doing with us. And that's how a lot of our students have learned to trade, is by doing it. I don't believe that it's something you learn in a classroom. It's something that you do by doing. It's a little, to me at least, it's a bit like learning to ride a bike. You can't learn that sitting in a classroom. So buying 65%, green candle, so good to enter. So now this is a second or third buy signal, which means that the market is at the point where it's pretty confident that there's been something called a choke, change of character. I learned all this through paying for trading, by the way. Only helps me to think, oh, this is what's going on now, which is good. It's good. You know, paying for things is never a complete waste of time. I don't think you need to, and I think the fees are excessive sometimes. But apart from that, you know, investing in yourself is probably the best thing that you can ever do anyway. And it's not coming from me. That's, you know, that quote's attributed to Warren Buffett, you know, one of the best known investors, certainly in the last of this century so far. So 841, we're buying. Market's very, very steady, but at the same time, you can see the trend that it's rising. Okay, that's TP1. For me, it might be slightly different for you. So you can see the bottom was hit there. That was the day's bottom. So it's risen off the bottom of that. And so we're at TP1, our last trade signal, which is good, always good to get a little bit of profit from the market. So the idea is that you trade with some discipline, you follow the trade cards. And by the way, if you just want to be here and don't want any of that, we're absolutely fine with that. Yeah, we'd love you to subscribe. We'd love you to be part of our trading family. But if you're doing your own thing, absolutely fine. Yeah, the market's not the most giving. As Raj said, it's TP1 day. New York may spice things up a little bit. So 42 minutes, market's just reversing. Could have had TP1, TP2 on those trades. And that's where, when it's a slow market, I tend to be a little bit, I wouldn't say generous because it's not actually making me more money. I'm a little bit less ambitious, shall I say. My car's telling me that my sunroof is open. I can see it's vented. And that notice came into me on my watch. Right, which is like, I still get goosebumps about how technology works and what a world we live in, what wonderful opportunity we actually have. So I still haven't closed it. Let's see if I can close it on my yeah. It says on my watch. Maybe it's like, go to your app and close it. Let's have a look. It's only got invented because it's been so hot. Oh my god, our sunroof just closed. It's tipped like it, just went like that. It's amazing. I've never done that before. I'm like a child when it comes to these things. So 44, got 1 more minute before we take the next trade card. And if you're not part of the ecosystem, let me know, or just scan that QR code and it gives you, just go straight to the Telegram group. You can press the button and get the first trade card. There is a limit, so be careful when you use them, right? Don't just press, because you'll just run out of all the credits. So hit TP1, coming down. So could have taken the profit. So again, it's a ranging market, so now it may start selling for a little while. So be careful with this. And then sometimes the data doesn't pick that up because the sentiment in the market changes very quickly. So very, very careful. It's been a very, very choppy market this morning. And the other thing is, be in this for the long term, okay? Nobody's going to get rich quick. That will just waste your money. 45 minutes. Let's see what it's saying. Sell. So we're kind of now looking at the market doing one thing for 1 minute, doing something else the next minute. So be very, very careful. So the system's saying sell, the data's saying it's selling, the market, as you can see on the 1 minute, is buying. So I don't get into a buy when don't get into a sell when there's a green candle. So be very, very careful. So at no point would I have gotten into that. I would look at it now at 58, entry points there, but I'd be very careful still because it could rise further. So just be careful when you're entering these trades, especially on a day like today. Market is not really forgiving. It says selling now. Remember, it's your account. You're in charge. We've had some TP1s, we've had some TP2s just this morning. And that's a tight market. Hasn't really decided where it wants to go. There's not a lot of action going on in the London opening. Let's see what the next hour brings. It's interesting where it's going, this market. Checking a few things now on my iPad in terms of trading, where we're at. So market's been very, very slow this morning, which is nice in a way. The fast moving market brings its own opportunities and its own problems. And a slow one does exactly the same. We can't control any of that, so I don't worry. I'm talking to you about it because I want to comment and I don't want you to be worried about the market. It's still alive. So the last trade card we had was a signal. Was a sell. So getting towards TP1 on that. And sometimes it's slow. It's the nature of the beast. That's how it goes. $49 minutes, 1 more minute. Excuse me, till we take the next trade card. So market buying again. So if you look up there, 5 minutes, you'll probably get buy candle, sell candle, buy candle, sell candle. Yeah, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, by and large, but it is going up. So you need to look at the trend and be wary of that. So that was TP1 hit, and it does do it eventually. What happens is that the data is sometimes a little bit ahead of the market. It's another TP1 for us if you're in that trade. There you go. TP1 again, past it. 850. Let's see what the market is doing. what the data's point to neutral. So we hold our position. If you're in that trade, either take your TP1 or set your stop loss at better than break even and let it run, see what happens. Both those choices are right. Just need to make the one that's for you. Okay. So the last trade card was neutral. So what I tend to do is either read. Trading in the Zone is a favorite book of mine. There's another book called The One Thing, just reaching out because I put it on the side of my desk. I read a chapter in that, or I'll go and make a cup of coffee, right? So I've done both of those. I've had my coffee. Although 9 o'clock's a good, not bad time, is it? Been on for an hour. Not bad for a little coffee break. We might do that in a few minutes. But what we'll do is we'll take the next trade card. Hope you've been successful this morning. Hope you've learned something. Because this really is about education and just sitting down and just taking some time, get rid of doom scrolling and just cancel out the noise and just learn a wonderful craft of trading. And it can be done profitably. There are many, many, many pitfalls in this business. And I know them too well because I've fallen into most of those. It's 5 years now. My other half's been trading for 5 years, so we've got 10 years in the house experience between the two of us. And I've connected to a lot of other traders, professional traders. So we utilize a lot of knowledge from all of those sources to actually distill and talk about gold trading in particular. I don't really know how to trade anything else. Never traded anything other than gold. I did some stocks and shares occasionally, but they just buy and hold things. It's not something that I trade with, which is very different. That's investing, I guess, in the market, which is not a bad way to do things. And if you're going to invest, just find some tracker fund, whatever market interests you, whether it's America, whether it's India, whether it's the UK or the European market, or the Far East, Japan or China. There's lots and lots of index funds that will track the market. So if you're putting in a few £100 every month or £50, whatever, it's down to you. So if you're doing that, those funds over time have done pretty well, right? I don't sell anything like that, so I'm not recommending anything. And so I'm certainly not giving you financial advice. It's just how you handle your money, okay? So I spent 6 years as an IFA, started a number of companies of my own. So I understand business, I understand money. And I went into financial services to actually learn about money because they don't teach us that at school, right? That would have been a nice buy, wouldn't it? Yeah, shame. Let's see what the market is going to do, see what the trade card is. We're 1 minute away to pull in that next trade card. So market's risen nicely, going up. $55 minutes. Let's see what the data is saying. What what the trade card looks like. That's a buy, 71%, pretty strong. Red candle, just be careful of entry. Entry is the most vital point of trading is entry. Get a good entry, and you're in profit. Have a poor entry, and then things change, right? We all know that if you've traded previously. Yeah, if you're new to trading, watch some of the back episodes. Just mindset. Yeah, if there's one thing that you need is to sort out your mindset and have a plan. What do you want from this business? And be realistic. Don't be pessimistic, but don't be over ambitious. It's very difficult to turn, £50 into £1 million. Right? So that's what I mean by, and then sometimes I run sessions on compounding, where you have a compounding calculator that I use quite a lot. And again, when I do the next time I do that, I'll give you the link to that calculator. If you want me to do it, then just message me, put it in the comments. I'll go through that again with you. Einstein said that compounding is the 8th wonder of the world, and he said humanity doesn't understand it. Yeah, people do not understand truly what compounding is. And compounding works in everything. Yeah, whether it's your weight, if you're getting fitter, you're compounding the weight loss or the reduction in body fat, whatever you measure. Compounding is the key to everything. It involves absolutely everything. So we had a buy, but the market has been selling since. I would not have entered that. That's why I've not even picked up my phone. Until it starts buying, until there's a buy candle, which is appearing now. Right on cue, thank you, buy candle. Then you would go, and then you would enter, right? And you would have entered by now, by the way. You can't hesitate. Doesn't mean you can't enter a little bit later, that's fine. But at the same time, you can, let me just get some stuff done. The wonderful thing about being sitting here is that I can get lots of my other work done as well when I'm not in trades. So that was a buy, and that is TP1 that we've just hit. Okay, so this is TP1. We're there now. TP1, and it's a day of TP1s, but there's nothing to stop you from putting your stop loss to better than break even and then letting the trade run. Yeah, heading towards TP2. Nice trade. TP1s are great because it gets you practicing, gets you used to the market, but you don't want to lose the opportunity of getting the bigger payouts, but only if you protect yourself. So you need to move. Yeah, you need to move your stop loss to break even. So Raj is offering some really good advice. Stick to your daily target and stick with the compound calculator. Trust me, this is better than blowing your account. Everything's better than blowing your account. Yeah, so heading towards TP2. Raj has been with us quite a while. He's made money, lost money, made money, lost money. He's making money now. And I think he's better disciplined than he's ever been. We've got more tools now. And I spoke to him last week, and he was saying that, so what's changed since you started trading last time? It's, well, this has changed. And I totally forgot that we weren't here doing this. You know, we used to do a Wednesday team meeting, and that was that kind of thing. And 3 or 4 people would turn up and listen, which is great. I'm going to press the button. That is TP 3-ish. Yeah. So let's see what we're saying. Buy 78%. Market's moving, guys. Yeah. So market's moving. Okay, let me just look at this now for you. So there you go. If you look on the 5 minutes, it's been up there, and it'll go for that. So maybe that 9 o'clock is the time that it starts. You know, we've had quite an hour. We've had quite a few TP1s. So let's see what the hour did. So it was a buying hour, 8 till 9, even though it looked as if, you know, it was doing weird things. Second hour's come. Yeah, thanks, Raj. It's a buying hour. It's a new hour. So, and new hour sometimes has different characteristics. And then the other thing is I can't quite see it on here. Actually, might be able to. It's a massive gap here. When this opened, it just... So all of this, it could literally not find. Let me have a look, see if it's on there. Monday, just see that. Keep an eye out on the market. Yeah, in terms of your profitability. Yeah, there's a huge gap there that you can't see on here naturally. See it much easier on your phone. Yeah, so market's rising nicely now. Yeah, we've got some movement, which is great. Still nowhere near the day highs. It's actually been at the lower end of where the day's been. And there'll be a time when, you know, the selling will be overdone, and then it'll start buying. It's just the nature of the beast. That's what it does every day. People come and they sell it down, and then the buyers come, think that's good value. And remember, unlike crypto, gold is real. There is a, you know, it actually exists as a physical part of it. We just trade the option. So that's a very big difference. It's used industrially, used in jewelry. The Indians and the Chinese, the residential, general population buys a lot of gold. Yeah, as a hedge against inflation, safe haven, and then in jewelry that they actually wear. So there's apparently something like $5 trillion worth of gold in Indian households. Unbelievable. It's true. So we're at a selling candle. So again, take your profits when they're available, or set your stop loss to better than break even. As Roger was saying, it's a TP 1 day. If you wait around, once you hit TP1, you wait around too long, what will happen is that you'll hit your stop loss, market starts reversing, you hit your stop loss, and you know, that's no good to anybody. So 9:04, second trade candle of the hour. Let's see what it brings. Market started moving up, got a little bit of retracement. It is what it is, doesn't matter. Part and parcel of where we are. $9:04, good lord, that 5 minutes went quick, didn't it? So, if it's the first time you're here with us, we're here 8 till 10, Monday to Friday, and we're here 1 till 3, Monday to Thursday. So the only session that you need to remember that I don't do is Friday afternoon. Otherwise, you know, we do 9 sessions a week of education, walking, breaking down trades, doing mindset stuff, doing motivational stuff in terms of getting your mind ready to trade, to make money, to have a plan, to actually sit down and think, how do I want this? How can this business serve me? How can I take advantage of everything that's available? How can I take advantage of what's on offer and actually use it to help me? Okay, I don't sell anything. Won't be asking you for any subscriptions or affiliate marketing or any of that stuff, right? Nothing. There's no agenda behind this. If you want the trade cards that we have, then you're welcome to them for free. Just need to open an account with my broker, and I can help you with all of those things. Okay, so we're at another buy is what the trade cards are showing, that the data pointed to, and immediately it heads towards TP1. So you should have taken that and been in profit. If you had taken that, you'd be in profit right now. Wonderful. I love trading. Absolutely love it. Yeah. No other business like it. Don't need anything. Just a few £100 yourself in the market. And something like this. TradingView's free. Opening your broker account's free. Yeah. And in fact, they give you a credit on top of your account. So they actually give you money to trade with. Yeah, time to read and learn. What is it that you're reading and learning, Raj? That's TP1 again. Yeah. 69 is TP1 for me. So take some profits or carry on and move your stop loss. And if your profits are small, it's probably because your lot size is very small. Your lot size should be very small if your account is very small. Okay, so lot size 0.01 is the smallest that you can have. And if your account doesn't have, £1,000 in it, that's where you want to be. Yeah, safeguard it, be careful with it. So, money does truly make money. So the bigger accounts obviously make bigger money, but you know what? Everybody started somewhere. So you're not in competition with anybody. You're not in a race with anybody, okay? So it's just you and the market. And if you started with a few £100, so be it. And if you started with a few £1,000, you're fortunate to be able to do that. And I'm sure you agree. Gratitude is a fantastic tool to have and to attract even more wealth and abundance. Yeah, great. Well, the market, unfortunately, Raj, does what the market wants to do. All the analysis in the world. That's why I like the data, because the data has no emotion attached to it. Just picks up all the information that it needs, and then it presents us with a fact sheet, if you like, and it says, here it is, take it or don't take it. Yeah, trade or don't trade. There's no human element to it, encouraging you or having tonality and or get in now kind of thing, or it's too late. It's just there. The information is there. My camera definitely is messing me around today, so I do apologize for that, but we will get there. Remedies are being taken. That's TP better than TP2. Okay, so money's there on the table for you to take. So you could have had probably a dozen take profits one now. So that's TP1. It's past TP2 actually. It's not quite TP3 yet. So money's there on the table for you to take. It's up to you whether you take it or not. It's totally your choice. And, that is something that only you can control. It's 10 past, so we press the next trade card, and it's a buy, 79%. It's a red candle, so be careful. You can take it, of course. If you're confident, it's a better entry, right? But make sure your stop loss is set. There you go, you see? But make sure your stop loss is set. That's your parachute. That's what's going to save you if you fall out of the plane. Okay? It's going to be your savior. That's what you need all the time, okay? Don't be cavalier. All the people, Raj is here, myself, a lot of other traders have fallen foul just by being cavalier about our trading, just not taking care and not following the system. Yeah, you're going to be a lot happier, a lot less stressed out than if you just follow the system. Okay? Right, you're doing really well. Keep up the knowledge. Keep reading that chapter 11, Trading in the Zone. It'll teach you an awful lot. That's, yeah, it's past TP1 still. So even though it's eased off, so I've got it on the 1 minute, which is good, which is where I need to be. So market's going beautiful. Now, hot topics this week. Can't wait, Raj. Can't wait for your hot topics, brother. Look forward to you sharing those with us. Yeah, don't we remember the stress days? Don't we remember the stress days? You know, I was thinking this the other day, and I thought, what causes me stress? Let me tell you what causes me stress. Is not following my own discipline, not following my own system, over trading, overstretching, moving my lot size under an emotional charge of, oh my God, the market's doing this, whether it's buying or selling, I can make this. Suddenly ramping up my lot size to God knows what, and then finding the market reversing. I rarely look at my phone. I trade before the market, beg your pardon. I trade generally before I come on. That's gone past TP2, yeah, heading towards TP3. So I tend to trade before, like I traded last night. I didn't trade this morning. And that's before you guys came on and joined me. And the thing I don't do is I do not trade now outside of the hours that I've set for myself. And it means that, you know, I can leave this on its charging stand and actually get some time. And I've got some time back now, which I'm really enjoying. I used to be in trades all the time. It is the most stressful thing that you can have. Because 99.9% of the time, the reason you're in a trade is because you're in drawdown, right? Drawdown is stressful. And, you know, I wasn't setting my stop losses properly, or I thought I knew better than the market. And if I was buying, I would start putting in more and more trades. And it was just a nightmare of stress and where I didn't want to be in my life. So yeah, definitely need to remove as much stress as you can from your life, right? So market's heading back up. That's TP2 again. So 14 minutes, let's go 1 more minute before we take the next card. Elaborate on Defo, Raj. I know you're agreeing with what I'm saying because we've both been there, brother. Well, lots of us have been there, haven't we? Yeah? We didn't have systems, we didn't have this kind of stuff, did we? Yeah? 74 is above TP2. It's just below TP3, so I've had plenty of opportunities to make money out on this particular trade. It's come back, which is brilliant. Yeah, so it makes life really, really easy for us, doesn't it? There she goes. That is TP3. That's the first one I'm going to hit today, which is brilliant. Takes an hour and 15 minutes, but we've got a market that's cooking now. Here she goes. 77. That's TP4. If you're in this, Raj. 77 hit TP4. See, the good thing about a trade like this is whether you took it at TP2, 3 or 4, it doesn't matter, that's up to you guys, is that it kind of makes you money quite quickly. So you don't have to trade for as long. I never say to you stay in it just for the sake of it. Look at the market, see what's going on. If you just joined us, if you scan that QR code, you will actually be able to see a light version of the trade cards that I use that we offer to our full-blown community members, which is completely free, by the way. We don't charge for any of this. There's no upfront fees or joining fee or monthly subscriptions or anything like that. And you can see the information that's presented to you. I think I may have missed the 9:15 as I'm talking. Still buying. I knew that would be. But the candle's red, so be careful of that. But now we seem to be entering a market that's, yeah, you have to, Raj. You have to control the stress, because otherwise it could drive you nuts. So that's the 30 minutes. That's the hour. So it's wiped out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the last 3 hours are wiped out the last 3. So, sorry, 5. And it's continuing on its way up. It's always a bottom point. It's always a point which it starts rising. TP1 on this particular trade. You could, of course, have stayed in the buys all through the morning since finishing, and then just move. We call it trailing your stop loss. So you just move your stop loss a little bit further up each time, and of course you've got a beautiful entry then to continue. And it doesn't mean you can't enter other trades. If you leave that trade, you know you're going to make 10, 20. I tend to be at about 30 pips, and then I don't move it after that. Yeah, because I need to let the trade breathe, and sometimes it'll come and hit my my so-called stop loss, but it still make me 30, maybe 50 pips, which I'm really happy with. Yeah, so we're in a nice profit on my buy. I'm gonna leave that to run. Got a couple. I think there's a lot of upside to the market today, and so just put my stop loss at 20 pips. So now I know it's a profitable trade. We don't use words like guaranteed because seldom is there a place where that word actually fits, other than just generally exaggerating. But you know, if your stop loss is set at better than break even, then you're guaranteed to make some money. Okay? As simple as that. It's absolutely as simple as that. You're guaranteed that you're going to make money. So the market's just retracing back. Beautiful. Well done, Raj. So Raj, 2% done. Yeah, he wants to stop trading, which is the way to be. Yeah. So I've got some trader friends that they're proper traders in terms of they're not doing what I do, because here my attention is diverted and divided, rather. I wouldn't say diverted, diverted. So don't concentrate. This is what I'm doing here with you is my love. That's my passion. Teaching and sharing is really where I am. So I don't concentrate as much on trading as I would do if I wasn't doing this. And so my lot size, what I've done is I've taken my lot size down so that if I do make a mistake because I'm talking or I miss something, then it's not as costly. But it also means I don't make as much money, which is fine. Yeah, that's not the object of the exercise right now. And the reason I'm saying that to you is because I've got some trader friends that got proper lot sizes for their account, and smashing it. Last night a couple of them messaged, "Hey Cam, done 2.5%, done 2.5%, done tomorrow's trading." Today is completely free for them if they want it. And it's what Raj is talking about, that, 2% is done. Rest of the day is yours. It's 9:20. Yeah? 9:20. What else are you going to do with your day now? Do anything you like. Okay? TP2. So if you're in your trade, that's TP2. You can choose to take it, or you can move your stop loss to TP1, leave it to run, see what happens with it. Then you guarantee TP1, right? That's going to work for you. 9:20 or 21 minutes past 9. We've got about 40 minutes together. I think all is well for you. I hope you're enjoying the session as I am. A busy weekend. How about yourselves? How about England qualifying, eh? We were up till like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. We had Wimbledon yesterday, of course. Had a lot of chores to do around the house. So I did a lot of that this weekend, Saturday, so they didn't really go anywhere. Tell a lie, I went out for a meal on Saturday, right before the match. It's amazing how quickly time goes. You think, what did I do? I went out for a beautiful meal at a local pub in the garden. So lovely evening. Came back, watched the football. Really good. Really good. Excellent game. And we're through to the semi-final. We have Argentina, our old foe. Good, Raj. Are you not working today, or have you not got meetings? 78 is heading towards TP3. We're going to take another trade card in 3 minutes. It's really healthy profits this trading session, this hour. So it's just gone up and up and up, dead easy. Didn't really have to work hard for that. The earlier hours a little bit harder work. We had to really grind that one out, but that's what happens. Yeah. And this is what you should all be doing. So there's only 3 things you need to look at. Only 3. Yeah. Your health, your wealth, and your relationships. Okay, brilliant. So Rags has a day job starting at 10 o'clock. Absolutely great. Yeah, there's only 3 things to do. That's TP3. That is TP3 now. So again, like I said, wonderful trading. I'm at about 100 pips now from my entry point. Leaving it as it is, letting it run, see where it goes. There's a massive gap where the market started last night. Well, I can't remember, but but it was, 41.11. Yeah, 41.11. So that is, we're at 48.T. So that's 300. Yeah, it's about 320 pips up the road is where the market started. Goes back up there, I'll get really handsome profit. TP set now 50 pips above my entry point, so 50 pips guaranteed. A second trade, I should do exactly the same as the market rises a little bit. And that's where it's really good practice. This is what you can do. Take your profits. Just checking some trades of my own before we take the next trade card. Okay. 25 past, let's take it, see what it's telling us. Really strong buy. Really, really strong buy. 80% is not something that I see very often, but it's there. Drop, yeah, it's fine. Probably a better entry, knowing where the market is, but still don't lose your discipline. Yeah, do not lose your discipline. Whatever else happens, just stay with the market, stay disciplined. Okay. And if you've made some money this morning and it's reached your target, whether that's 1%, 0.5%, 2%, yeah, take the day, it's yours. My partner made 2.whatever% yes last night. No trading. We're not even looking at it today. Yeah, it's a way to be in this world. That's the way you get to keep your budget profits. Unlike people like Raj and myself who have given it up so many times. Make money, give it back, right? Which means you're working for the broker. You put all the effort in, made the money in your account, now you're giving it back. Yeah? Nothing clever about that. But we've done it too many times. 27 minutes past. So we're going to take the 9:30 trade card. We'll have 6 more whilst I'm with you. So we can take those and kind of a really nice profits on the last few trades. We're tracing back a little bit. I'm going to take a buy because I think it's retraced enough. Add to my little, so my limit is 3 trades. I'm at my 3 trades now, so no more before I close one of them. So 2 of them in profit. This one's now in profit. Took it a little bit later because we had 2 selling candles after we took the trade card, and I don't enter into those trades unless it turns, and then it's a better entry. So it's an 80% probability of a buy. That doesn't mean it's guaranteed. It's just maths. It's just science. Yeah? Machine learning and AI. So we see where it goes. Not really going anywhere at this moment in time. It's kind of stuck in that. It's had a big rise, big push. So maybe having a think about where it wants to go next. And there may be some profit taking happening right now. People may be, made a lot of money this morning. Of course, people dealing in millions, whereas, hundreds of thousands, we're perhaps dealing in a few thousand and, and hundreds a lot of the time. So our profit at 2%, 3%, maybe 20, 30 pounds. But remember, every private trader started at these points. Okay? So tiny, tiny little gains. Market kind of stuck there for the minute. We're going to go for our next trade card, see what it says. Buy 70% as opposed to 80%, which was the last probability. So a little bit less positivity according to that trade or that trade card. So we'll take it from there. So thank you for all of you that have joined us. People come for an hour, people come for 30 minutes, people just come to have a look. That's all fine, not a problem at all. Whatever it is that you want to do here, as long as you want to make money, we're happy with that. Yeah? So just looking at a few bits of information. Okay. And then we'll take the next trade card when it's ready. So we're ready for that. 31 minutes, we just took that, the current one that we have. And that was a buy. Here she comes. I took that trade after it retraced for a couple of minutes. So let's see where she goes now. You know, if you're doing what Raj is doing now, takes his 2%, takes his 3%, goes home, doesn't trade for the rest of the day, you can turn £10,000 into probably 80, 90 grand in a year. And we've done that. And don't quote me, because I'm just scraping off the top of my head. And we can do the compound calculator at some point this week. Yeah, we'll have a look at it and see what you guys think. Wonderful tool to run alongside your business to know what you're doing. And all the best traders I know do that. I have a day diary. So in the morning when I start, I put my account balance there, I put the gains that I want there, and I know then how much money I need to make, where my account balance needs to be at the end of the day. And I do that every single day. I have a page for a day and I do it every single day. Very, very simple. Account balance equals times whatever percent gain you want. Yeah? Balance needed for closer plays today when I stop trading. And what I tend to do is, and it's something that I'm having real difficulty learning and sticking to, because I'm sat here with you guys, right? I can see money being made. It's so tempting just to go bang, bang, bang. But that's the way to blow your account. You can't lose your discipline. And sometimes you'll hear me say, I've done my 2%, I've done 2.5%, I've done trading for the day, right? And that is because my business plan, my goal's been reached for the day, and that is it, I'm done. Right, Raj said, complete, let's stop, 2% done. Yeah, he's done that, that's his target. And it does not matter whether your target's 0.5% or 20%. It's your target, you're not in competition with anybody else. The thing about this business is that in most businesses, the way you make money is by other people losing money. We can all win this. We can all. I know there's an equal and opposite trade. Sorry, my camera wanted to turn off again. I don't know what is wrong with it. I just need to check the software. I did update it last night. Spent quite a bit of time stopping it from auto turning off, but obviously that's not working. And thank you, Raj, really appreciate it. So Raj has a full-time job as well as doing what he does with us. Wonderful. So the market's ranging now, so it's had a big surge, and it may do this, or it may be a change of character. We don't know. We just don't know. So I mean, ever so slight drawdown with that trade that I took earlier. It's been in profit. So we're going to press the button. It's 35 minutes. Let's see what the data is telling us. So still buying 70%, still good, a good trade card, but got selling candles. So now we're going to buy candles, only slightly, so be careful. Always take extreme care taking trades in the market, okay? Every experienced trader will tell you your entry point really matters. Really is everything. Get a good entry, yeah, your profit or the chances of making a profit goes massively through the roof. Get a bad entry, you're on your back foot straight away. And a bad entry is probably entering a buy trade or a sell trade on a buy candle and entering a buy trade on a selling candle. So we've been buying. That's where the trade cards have been pointing. And TP3s and 4s, we have trade TP4. And let's see where we go. We've got about 25 minutes with me. So Trading with Cam, we are here on the air between 8 and 10 every morning, Monday to Friday. That's when the gold market's open. We only trade gold. Just decipher, unpack the ideas of trading and where you should be. So total education. We don't ask you for any money. We don't ask you to send any money to us or anything like that. Yeah, we don't do any of that. It's not where we are as a business. That's not where we want to be. Where we want to be is in the teaching business, in the learning business, and the education business of getting you guys to be professional traders. Professional by what I mean by that is it could be full-time, it could be a business for you. If it's gonna remain part-time, so be it. You know, if you're retired and you want something to do, there are far worse things. It keeps your brain really active, and you can be part of this community. Yeah. Interact as much as you like or as little as you like. You know, we're getting 40, 50 people, 60 people every day that come and spend some time with us. It's wonderful. So just thought I'd let you guys know. Raj has a real job and he's ready to start. He's starting at 10 o'clock this morning. Good luck, Raj. I know you keep popping in because I mean you can't all keep away. It's nice. So pleased when I hear about successes, people successful in trading, it just brings a joy to my heart. Puts a smile on my face because that's what we're here for. That's the reason that this all started. So I hope you had a successful morning's trading. We're going to take the card at 9:40. And believe it or not, about 20 minutes. Yeah. And then we take 2 of those every 10 minutes. Kind of like 4 trade cards. 4 opportunities to make money from the market. Wonderful way of making a living, I think. Risky, yeah. Everything's risky. There's a risk attached to everything that we do. But not in the way we think sometimes. Sometimes the risk is not to do anything. I think if you're active, you take that seriously, brilliant. So market's coming back up. It did drop a little. The trade cards are saying buy, so we're still buying. So let me know if you've got any questions about trading. Anything specific, fine, absolutely fine, whatever you want to do. And if you're watching on Facebook or LinkedIn or whatever, message me there, I'll pick it up. If you have my WhatsApp, then no problem, contact me directly. kind of ranging now, but it had some decent movement, so it's understandable as well. So the hour has been buying. So it's been buying for 3 hours now. So it could come back. So this is where it started from last night. There's some gaps here. There's huge gaps here. We'll come back to fill them. Doesn't mean it'll do it today or the next hour. It's just it will come back to do them. So we've got some selling candles now. He said, as soon as that happens, it snaps back. I love this market. So, oh, sorry, I think we just overlooked that. So, still buying 78%, and the market's doing that. So we've got money on the table, profits from earlier trades, TP1s and TP4 hit today, TP2s and 3s in between, obviously. So it's been a nice session, but it's not been the easiest session. You know, it's not, the last sort of 20, 30 minutes have been absolutely magical because it's just done this. It's just, that's where it's at, right? That was easy. And we don't have to worry about the easy parts, right? The easy parts take care of themselves. Just we need to manage a state when you're doing really well and there's a tendency to forget all the rules. And the other time is when you're doing badly and it's like doom and gloom. Yeah, the world's about to end. The reality is it's never quite as bad as you think it is, and it's never quite as good as you think it is, right? You get carried away in both doom and gloom and in optimism. Exuberance. Yeah, we overthink those things. So the high was 41.11. That's where the market started from. So it's difficult to say whether that's the high. So I suppose it's the high alpha that is the one that is really the market high, but we're not too worried about that. Yeah. And as Raj was saying, you know, it was quiet this morning at 8 o'clock. He said, "I'll see if New York." And then, you know, this hour's been fabulous. Been really good trading. Been up and up and up and up and up. Whereas we had some neutrals and we had some sell data. And there was a time in the market when it was selling, and that was quite difficult because, you know, sometimes it's not fully all there. The data starts doing that and it just starts rising again. Ebbs and flows, doesn't it? I'm ready for breakfast in 15 minutes. So thanks for keeping me company. I'm here all the time, by the way. I don't care if you guys turn up or not. I'll show up whether you do or not, okay? Because I made a commitment. And I said I wanted to do this. And and for me, in doing this, there's good days and bad days, right? Sometimes lots of people, sometimes nobody. Doesn't matter. You know, if there's nobody, I just trade myself. Just on the camera on. Not an issue. Because there are a lot of people watching on the replay. Good thing about YouTube is that all the videos are there, so there's no place for me to hide, but this also means that it's a great source of reference for you guys. You can actually look at these things and learn. And if there's something that you did in the market, you can always go back and watch it. Yeah. So market's on the way up. That is TP. Let me just have a look on the figures. So 75, 76 is TP1. Get heading towards that. But it's finding it difficult to climb back up. Not that it won't. So you can get motoring. And it does. There she goes. TP1. Yeah. It's got 3 profitable trades now. That trade that I had into that's just stayed there. No issues. So I have maximum 3 trades that I can take in all 3. So I won't take another one until I get out of one of these. And those, again, are rules driven. 45 minutes. Let's take the next trade card. Buy, 76% probability of it hitting TP1. Excuse me for yawning. Monday morning. Busy weekend. Late to bed on Saturday. Rather Sunday morning about 8:30. Late to bed last night. Market open. Then you don't, it opens at 11 o'clock. You don't go to bed at 11 o'clock. It gets 12:30. It's just fascinated by what's going on. And then, of course, we can trade because I can take the signals. Signals are, or the trade cards work 23 hours a day. So when the market's open, there is a plan that you can use. There's something you can follow, which is the trade cards. So yeah, market ebbing and flowing, 46 minutes. So dropped. Trying a new technique of rolling my sleeves up. I'm busy learning all the time. You don't have to be trading all the time, do you? I just tried something different. Okay. I'll let you know how I go on with that. Okay. The market does will ultimately go up today. It's hit the bottom. When it does that, I have no idea. And that, by the way, don't think I'm telling you to buy or sell or anything like that. I just interpret the trade cards with you. What you do is yours, and your account is yours. Yeah? You obviously have no interest in that whatsoever. So it's rising nicely now. 50 will take the next one. 45 was a buy. So been quite a lot of movement in terms of the couple of hours that we've been together today. So 2 solid hours of buying. Got a wick on that one. That was pretty solid. Didn't have much of a wick on that one. It has on this. So that's interesting. And then, of course, we live in the 5 minutes and the 1 minute. Just gives us better data to work with. We can see the market obviously by the minute or the 5 minute or on the hour. It just depends on the type of trader you are as to the time frame that you use. So heading towards TP1 on that last trade. Yeah, nice. TP1. So 49 minutes past, we're going to hit the next time for the time frame for the next trade card, 50. It's exactly where we're at now. Try that, see what goes. Buy, 74% probability, or direction confidence, should I say. So pretty high. That's a great position for me to enter. I'm already in 3 trades, already in 3 profitable trades. So I just sit them out and watch them. Stop losses set above break even on 2 of them. Yeah. Last one's hovering around my entry point. I'm in profit now. So it's quite nice. And the name of the game is to be a profitable trader. That's all we want to do, is make the profits that we need for the day and go home. Okay, that's all the key to this is. There's no great, great highlight of with this, with that. We're nothing. We're just day traders. We're working. We're applying our trade. We're making our money, and we're going home. That's all we're doing. Okay. That's all we need to do. No need to complicate it. Keep it as simple as you possibly can. Press the button, set your stop loss, take your profit. Okay? Sometimes it's going to be a lot, sometimes it's going to be not a lot. Other times we're going to lose a bit. We're going to lose on the odd trade. It's going to hit our stop loss. A matter of reality of where the business is, right? That's the business we're in, as they say. Business of business. Okay, let's see. So I'm going to take the last trade card in a couple of minutes. Then I'll be back at 1 p.m. for the London, New York Open. Beautiful profits now. That's lovely. So 3 trades, all 3 profitable, going up nicely. It's TP1 on that last trade card. It's been better than TP1, of course, so you could have taken it, but that's down to you. At the end of the day, it's your account. So TP1 again, it had eased up a little bit. It's back there again. 2 minutes before we take the last trade card of the session from me. You can carry on, obviously, and if you need access to the trade cards, just scan that QR code. I will be there. Nice, nice. So we have got 1 more minute. Sorry, my attention was diverted just for a split second. So 55 comes up, so every 5 minutes we take a trade card, because we're on the 5-minute time frame. You can take a trade card of 15 minutes, 30 minutes, or every hour. She goes. 55 minutes. Last trade card of our session together. It's a buy. 78% probability. So quite high confidence in the data pointing to the fact that it thinks the market is buying. Got your entry points and everything. If you've got the simplified light version, you've got the entry points for that as well. So have a look at what's there. If you want to learn to trade and want to contact me, you can do. Just message me and we can get in touch. Hope you had a good session. Hope you made some money. So slip back there. Just retracement. Does it? Did it there. Did it there. Did it there. Yeah, it was there, there, there. Seeing it all the time. It doesn't mean the market's crashing or it's coming down. Yeah, just retracement, go back up. Retracement, go back up. Or the other way around. Yeah, retracement, go down. Retracement, go down. And that's what it was doing most of the night. Retracement back, cancels out. By the way, don't enter for a sell when the market's buying, and don't enter for a buy when the market's selling. Yeah. Very interesting time in the market with the war seeing no end really in sight. They seem to get to a point where we're going to sign, and then one side does one thing and then the other side does something else. So it's complicating the picture, not helping the world long term, but such is life. And it's nothing we can do about it. All we do is trade, adapt, and do the bits that we need. Okay? Don't need to do anything clever. We don't need to do anything that we wouldn't normally do. We just need to bide our time, take the trades that are there, make the money, and go home. Market's pretty still, not doing much at all. So we wouldn't have entered that trade. There's literally all the candles since we had took that last card were red. That's always the warning sign. So I'll see you at 1 p.m. this afternoon. Hope you had a good morning. I hope you have a better mid-session. Then if you want to join me at 1 o'clock, same place, whether you join me on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, we'll be in the same place for you. Okay. So time for me to attend to some appointments and answer some of your messages and get you guys set up. Those of you that are looking to join us, if you press that QR code, then we can get you set up. It's all free, you don't charge anything. Right. Let's see where the market takes us this afternoon. So we had some TP1s. It was just a bit tight at times. Overall, we should have made some money. So I'm going to say goodbye for the morning. I'll be back this afternoon at 1 p.m. So get rid of that, get rid of myself. See you guys later. Take care. Bye bye now.